Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon on a Chinese New Year weekend, then hybrid to a Valentine weekend. Since we have a very long weekend, I'm gonna answer some of your questions. So this is what I'm gonna do. I've already pre-selected some of the questions that have been sent out via Patreon and Instagram. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna answer them first. But while I'm answering them, feel free to drop in your questions so that I can answer them as well. So this will be a very interactive session. So nagulat kayo, no? I really don't do a lot of yung mga structured na live sessions na I would plan it in advance. I would do it lang pag may depends on the time that I have in my hands and depends on when I feel on doing it. And ganun naman ako eh. That's my style in everything. I just try to focus on doing the things that I like. I really don't do this just because kailangan kong gawin or anything else in that nature. It's just that it's just fun to do. And I do hope that this gives you a massive value. So anyways, I want to answer, let's look at some of the questions, no? Okay. Let's see also kung meron na palang live. Ayan na, we have people who are joining us now. Ayan na sila. Wait, I'll try to greet some. Then we'll try to, ayan si Patrick Miguel, no? Patrick Miguel, sobrang ano yan. I'll never forget Patrick Miguel. He gave my wife a Roborock. Hello to you, Romel. Lyndon, hello to you. You have Princess Canon, hello. You have Marvin John Ramos. That's a solid name, Marvin John Ramos. Dia Han, hello. To people in TikTok also, hello to you. Ryanel Coronacion. Uy, sobrang galing na IT person yan si Ryanel. You have Enzo. Hi Sir Marvin, good afternoon. Sige, I'll go right to the thick of everything first. So we have this is a question from Jessica Libunaw. Yung question niya is basically this. Hi Sir Marvin, in case you have another Q&A session, I hope you get to pick up my question. Just want to ask which one is better in terms of maximizing gains, depositing and withdrawing your local currency or using US dollar account and depositing and withdrawing to avoid forex losses. So essentially dati, no, I think the question of Jessica is this. She wants to invest in US stocks or anything that's US dollar denominated. So the answer to that is twofold. Dati, nung medyo mataas yung US dollar, it was about 50, 51, 52. It did not make sense to me to use my peso, papalit ko sa dollar kasi mas mahal siya. Biruin mo, if sira pa yung polo. Biruin mo, if I wanted to get $1,000, that means I would have had to put out 50,000, 51,000, 52,000 pesos. So it would have been more expensive. So in the years before 2021, dati, most of the time, I would use existing dollars, tapos yun na yung dinideposit ko, pangbili ko ng US stocks. So that wala na akong currency loss. However, we are in a different time right now. 2021, medyo mas mababa yung dollar eh. So for me to get $1,000, instead of putting 50,000 pesos, 51,000 pesos, 52,000 pesos, I only need to put in 48,000. So given that the dollar is weaker now, I'm using peso to buy dollar because mura siya. So given that may chance pa mag-appreciate yung pinambili ko from peso to dollar, may chance pa lumaki yun because I bought the dollar low and then yun yung pinambili ko also ng dollar stocks. So I hope that answered your question, Jessica Libunaw. Next question, then I'm gonna go through also the questions that you guys have sent out. We have another question. This was sent by XLRGSS. This is via Instagram. Hello, Bea de la Torre. Hi, Sir Marvin. Maybe one of the possible topics on your next video, since medyo sikat ang penny stocks these days, is APL FOO. And what is the usual effect of FOO on the price movement of a said stock? Huge fan po, sir. So thank you so much. No? And I thank you to everyone who has been very supportive of the channel. It's been growing massively, especially in TikTok. Nagulat ako, TikTok has been moving also so fast. But I do it not to be popular. I do it because I love it, and I do it because I want to help people that there's an alternative, that you get to live life at your own terms. And I really believe investing is one of them. Anyways, to your question, APLFOO. So basically, let's go back to the core first. if you do an FOO, a follow-on offering, it's a way for companies to raise money. And here's the thing, over the past few months, companies have been raising money in the Philippines. Primarily, yung hindi napapansin ng tao, there's been a lot of fundraising via debt, meaning utang sila ng utang, ng utang, ng utang, ng utang for them to be able to raise money to just probably make their cash position solid, or may opportunity sila, or just may need to keep their business afloat. So that being said, people are taking advantage of the low interest rate environment that we have right now for them to be able to somehow, some way, raise cash, build capital. So borrowing is one of them, similar to what Acen did also. They got a private investor to put in money, but for Acen, no, it's really a strategic shift going into renewables. That's why they're doing it. Then another one that Acen did is they did an SRO, and then a follow-on offering is them basically issuing shares, additional shares. The difference between the SRO and the FOO is that the SRO, you get to buy it at a specific price, pero it's only available for a limited set of stockholders. Unlike for the FOO, whoever gets allocated and it's available to the general public, they get to have a shot to be able to be owners of the company. So basically, for APL, ganun din yun. It's just a way for the company to raise money. That's just basically it. They just need additional capital that they will probably use for them to be able to grow their business, or keep afloat, or just stockpile on cash. So there. Let's see. Next question is from this one. Okay. This one was sent by Drew Dairit. Sabi niya, "Hi sir, just want to ask po, when it reaches the resistance, you advise to sell. But what if, sir, we wait for a day? Breakout, fails to break out. What's your opinion here, sir? Kasi if we wait for the next day, baka it breaks out po, meaning more profit." So, okay, that's a very, very good question. So, yung mga nag-attend ng Stock Smart sessions, or at least the ones who read the book, know my stand in this and know my style in this. And before I continue with that, no, for those who are watching in TikTok, in YouTube, and in Facebook, please do note that no matter what I talk about here, please do not just merely buy or sell or hold just because I talk about it, but because pinag-aralan nyo rin talaga. So basically, if you are an aggressive investor or trader, pagkatama sa resistance, there's nothing wrong with you taking profits there already without waiting. Lalo na pag na-justify mo na resistance talaga yon, lalo na pag na-justify mo na, teka, tumama sa resistance, hindi na siya umaakyat, may verification ka na using other indicators, moving averages, MACD, or plotting your own resistance, or whatever you're using as your indicator, may signal na mag-sell, it's okay to sell. Pero tama rin yung sinabi mo na what if may chance na baka umakyat also. So I'll give you the scenario first. Nag-take profits ka kasi umakyat. So pagka-take profits mo, let's see, may chart naman pala tayo dito. Let's see. Ayan. Okay. So what if, for example, dito, Metrobank, di ba? Tatama siya. Good example. So Metrobank tries to go here. Pagkatama ng Metrobank dito, tapos hindi pa siya, alam mo na resistance na siya because dito, resistance na din talaga siya, it's okay to sell and take profits there because tama naman part of your plan na resistance siya. Now, if it goes up tapos nagbenta ka, now you are with a decision point. Because it broke out, you can always buy back again because a trigger for your rules to buy a breakout has been hit. So depende rin yun sa style mo. Are you the type of person that's willing to buy another breakout, or would you just wait for it to go at the support level? So if it's part of your rules na teka, nag-breakout siya, bibiling ko ulit siya kasi nag-breakout siya, it went above a certain resistance level again, then you'll buy it. Pero kung part ng rules mo, hindi, I want to buy stocks that are just bouncing from support, then you don't need to buy that particular stock kahit nag-breakout siya, kahit nag-move up siya. So, yun yung different scenarios na attached doon. Now, the next question that he said, what if you wait? Is it okay to wait? Okay lang naman to wait eh. You just have to make that as part of your rules also, na you have to wait, meaning you wait 1 or 2 or 3 candlesticks. Pros and cons lang doon is this. If you wait, totoo, pag nag-breakout siya, hawak mo na yung position and you don't have to do anything already because you're already there. The main difference lang is this. If it goes down, on the downside, it does not go where you want to go. It's not at the position where you want it to be. Then, you may have also, you may not get the highest possible, or you might not be able to get the gains that's higher compared to the one that sold at the resistance. Now that being said, ito lang yung kailangan yung matandaan na rule of thumb. Number one, first rule of thumb is the sooner you sell, the faster you sell, you could probably get a higher gain, pero it subjects you to a higher possibility of loss, not loss, but more false signals. The more you wait, the lesser false signals you will get. Pero as you get lesser false signals also, it lessens your ability to start to earn extra. So, yun. So, lagi may pros and cons. There's no right or wrong scenario naman when it comes to it. Wait lang, I think my wife is calling my phone. Let me just check, no. Anyways, I'll answer this question first, then I'll try to reply to her. She just went out for a bit. Sabi niya, "Oh, do you sell?" This is a question from Leah Jessica Urbano. "Oh, do you sell your shares or do you leave some? Thank you so much." So, depends on what portfolio, okay? What do I mean by that? Dun sa portfolio ko where it's mainly for, sorry TikTok, I have to, I'll come back TikTok. I'll just have to reply to my wife. This is as live as it gets. So, yun, I'm back again TikTok. Anyways, it depends on my portfolio. If it's a fundamental analysis portfolio for long-term investing, I try to keep as much as I can there. I try to hold on to that position. Pero since it's for fundamental analysis, when it comes to a point where, wait lang, my wife, when it comes to a point, where nagbago na totally yung fundamentals, I will sell everything. Next naman, for trading, for a lot of the quick trades that I do also, when it hits the resistance, I also sell. I also take profits. I also sell immediately. So I sell everything. Pero ito nagbago sa style ko over the past year, as I started to invest in US markets, and some of the brokers that I have, link is in the description below. They have, you may chance na meron kang apat na position. For example, you bought Apple at this price, at this price, at this price, at this price. Gusto mo ibenta to. I do that also. So I would sell also now based on what sell signals get hit, tapos based on the allocations that I have. So for example, may binili ako 10 at 11 at 12 at 13. I can choose to sell everything that I bought at 10 pesos. So I also do that now. So I try to segment it also per trades that I have. One second, my wife again. Sorry, this is as live as it gets. Asking what I want to eat, but I'm not yet hungry. Anyways, yun. So, ganun yung ginagawa ko. Quick trade, for mostly Philippine stocks, pag nag-take profit ako, I sell everything, regardless if it's fundamentals or technicals or trading or investing, except for my core portfolio where I try to top slice a bit, pero most of the time I sell everything. For US stocks, I try to build a base, pero meron ako mga ibang transactions where I try to sell little by little. So, yun. Anyways, what's the next question that I wanted to read? Okay, this one, dividends naman. Okay, this is from Ara Isulat. Hi, Sir Marvin. I have a question for regarding getting cash dividends. For example, for Globe, which gives me dividends per quarter. If I buy shares before X date, I will get a cash dividend on the payment date for the first quarter after the payment date. If I sold the shares I have Globe, then I buy at a lower price before X date. For the second quarter, buy more shares than the one I bought during the first quarter. Will I receive the total dividends even I sold the shares before? Will it still compound? So please remember a couple of things. Number one, as long as you own the shares prior to the X date, you will get the dividends. And then kung bumili ka ulit sa next na release nila, you will also get the dividends. So ganun lang siya lagi. As long as you own the stock prior to the X date, you will own the dividends. Even if you sell it a day or two after the X date is, you will still get the dividends. And please remember, compounding is compounding is more of a principle. What do I mean it's more of a principle? May capital ka, pag kumita yung capital mo, hindi mo tinanggal, tapos rin-invest mo ulit. That's what compounding mainly is. Compounding is basically you not touching your capital, you not touching your earnings and reinvesting everything. So something like that. Again, my wife, my so there. So basically, that's what would possibly happen. So pwede yun. I did that before, pero ngayon hindi ko na siya ginagawa kasi totally separate na yung portfolio ko for trading. Totally separate na rin yung portfolio ko for investing. Totally separate also yung portfolio ko for dividends. So my portfolio mainly for dividends is basically hindi ko siya binibenta as long as attractive sa akin yung dividends na nakukuha ko. I would just hold on to it. I don't need to buy sell before the X date because my trigger for buying and selling is not the X date. My trigger for buying and selling will be basically the technicals. That's my trigger when I should take profits. That's my trigger on when I should leave. That's my trigger on when I should go. So please remember your plan and your strategy is what's most important. So if that's your strategy and it's working for you and you're making money off of it, then okay lang. Sa akin, iba-iba lang eh. For my core fundamental long-term investing portfolio, the most important part for me is the fundamentals of the company. If the fundamentals is still intact, then I do not sell. I just hold on to it kahit may correction, kahit bumaba, kahit from a highest point it starts to retrace. I do not sell. Pero I add some more given that when I look at it from a valuations perspective, it becomes cheaper. Ganun din sa dividends. I do not sell as long as attractive sa akin yung dividends ng stock na yun. As long as I think the dividends will be sustainable, as long as I think it's still predictable, as long as I think that 1, 2, 3 years from now, the earnings will still be good and they can still give me dividends, I'll still hold on to it. So, sa trading naman, totally different. Hindi na break yung resistance, benta. Nag-breakdown sa support, benta. From an uptrend, it reverses to a downtrend, benta. Drops a moving average, benta. So, it's more of what are your rules when you are defining that particular trade. So, there. Let's continue. Okay, I'll try to see. Okay, si RJ. Can you give us an idea how to invest in Philippine stocks while abroad? Same lang. It's everything's online, no? So even if you're abroad, you just have to access the website. And then their complete requirements there. Sobrang daming OFWs that are investing in the stock market. Ayun na naman si Patrick Miguel, nangungulit. Paano maging kasing gwapo? Kasi nga, guys, kung alam niyo lang si Patrick Miguel, comment below if you want Patrick Miguel to guest here. He has grown his money 7 times investing in the US stock market. So, baka it might be a very, very good success story. Siya talaga yung tunay na mayaman. Anyways, Princess Canon, good afternoon to you. Also, James Alkine, we made different videos already on Acen, no? Especially for stocks by request. But since you asked it, that's how it basically looks right now. So, hindi naman tayo yung pinaka-stocks by request session natin. But I hope that this gives you clarity that it's still currently consolidating right now. You have a resistance at the 7.94 mark that pag hindi siya ma-break, next support is where the 20 and 50-day moving average is at 6.63 level. And then you have also a breakout from 7.94 which will lead it to the 10.48 resistance. So ganun yun lang siya titingnan. We currently have around 200 people, 182, 200 people in YouTube watching us right now. We have around 300 plus in Facebook. Then we have 13 in TikTok. Hello TikTok. So that's a price action currently for Acen. It's still sideways, close to the resistance right now. Please do note that tapos kasi na yung move niya from the disclosures of the SRO. The next thing that people are looking for right now is yung what will the FO bring? So it depends on how you're also looking at it from renewable energy. If you think that renewable energy is the future and how big that they can be from it, then that's where you start investing in Acen also for the long term. But for quick trading, for those of you looking at the charts, it's still consolidating as of now. You have Marvin John Ramos, nabati ko na pala siya. Si Dia Han, hello to you. Okay. Bry, oy may Korean tayo. Hangyong sa'yo. Then you have this. Paul Estrabo, any thoughts on REITs? Is it nice for the long term? Nako, Paolo, I've had so many videos about that. My suggestion is to go to the REITs playlist that we have here in YouTube. I have around 20 plus videos on it. But if your question is, okay ba siya for dividends? Yes, it is. If you're asking, have I been investing in REITs ng matagal na? Oo, I've been investing in REITs since 2013 and 2014 pa. And I like the passive income that I get from it from cash flow, but above from the passive income that I get from it via cash flow, may capital appreciation din siya. Pero again, Paulo, please, wag kayo mag-invest dahil nag-i-invest ako doon. Kasi yung nag-fit sa akin, baka hindi nag-fit sa'yo. You have to do your research. But we have very, very insightful information about REITs in my channel. Okay? Let's do this. Parang stocks by request labas ito. Guys, do you want us to have RCL, to analyze RCL right now? Comment below. If madami nag-comment RCL, let's do this. Are you a holder of BTC or XRP? I have both. I have both. But I'll drink water lang. But if you're asking me which is my larger holding, Bitcoin or XRP, I have more Bitcoin than XRP. I have XRP because I want exposure to it, given that bumagsak siya because of the dilemma that it has with the US SEC, that it has there, that it dropped massively. But if that gets fixed also, I think there's possible upside also into it, especially that if you're seeing Ethereum follow suit on how Bitcoin has been moving, bumaba yung XRP because of its issues with the government. So if that gets fixed, then I think it could predicate movement up. However, also, if they lose that and it doesn't do so well for them, baka bumagsak pa siya lalo. But I have exposure to both. And this is my mentality every time I go into Bitcoin, every time I go into cryptocurrencies or in any other investment. Kahit mag-zero yung XRP, okay lang sa akin. Kahit mag-zero yung Bitcoin, okay lang sa akin. But anytime you go into the cryptocurrency space, I'll tell you this, it's a high conviction investment. Meaning, papasok lang kayo, pag alam nyo yung ginagawa nyo, papasok kayo if you either totally believe on how you're gonna trade it, you have rules on how you will buy, sell, or above and beyond that, you also have not just rules for it, but you're totally convinced that you really, really, really love the cryptocurrency and you believe Bitcoin is the future. So there. Okay, wait, my wife once again, sorry, love life. I need to prioritize love life. Wait lang, TikTok people, my wife is calling. Hello? Hello? Yeah? Okay. Okay, sige. Okay, sige, I'll pick you up na lang. Okay. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, guys, so I think I have to put this to a close. Sorry, my wife needs my help. Sobrang important in love life. Senpai, shout out to you. Maybe I'll just answer one question. Alisa Uy, we have a video already on AREIT and DBMP. Hello to you, Janina Fernandez. Sorry sa mga nag-message, no? Man, sayang. I really was looking forward to this. I didn't know my wife would be needing me right now. So, yun. Gosh, dami magandang questions. Man. Sobrang dami ganda. Oh man. KJ, so we have so many videos on this, on what are my favorite dividend paying stocks, but definitely AREIT is one of them. Definitely Globe, PLDT also because of their dividend yields are high. SPC, Meralco are my favorites also in terms of the dividends they would give. Paul Harry Lim, Sir Marvs, ano pong app gamit nyo na nasa screen nyo ngayon? This is Chart Nexus. It's a Singaporean-based app. Is there a US trading platform that allows you to trade in smaller capital than 25? Oh naman, dami. There's so many. Link in the description below, which allows you to trade in smaller fractional shares pa nga. You can buy and sell using very very small fractional shares. So there. So tama si Patrick Miguel, ETH willing to lose. What's your goal in Bitcoin? I just want to build a position in it. I just want it to be as big as it can be. Can I apply the same principles in stocks as crypto? Yes. If you're using same technical analysis. You have Ethereum. Yes, I have Ethereum. But again, please do not buy. Please do not buy Ethereum just because I bought it. John Cantos, do PI ba ako sa eToro? No eh. The rules kasi for PI is you also have bawal mag-follow ng iba. So normally sa eToro, naka-segment ako, meron akong binibili for my own, tapos I still copy eh. So sayang naman i-leverage yung mga tao na may skills better than me also. So there. How do you determine the intrinsic value of a company? There's so many methods to do that. I use something that's blended with the PE ratio. I'll try to include that in stocks by request. Cal bro, pa shout out po sa father ko. Chris Magat, hello to you. Sir, how do you allocate on stocks that you buy for the long term, dividend stocks for trading? When I was younger, I didn't have any dividend stocks. As I grew older, that's when I started to put more for dividends. So it depends on what your life stage is, and it depends on what you want. If you want growth, di wag kayo mag-dividend stocks. The only time you go and put more sa dividend stocks is the more you do, the more how do I put this? The more you focus on the more you want cash flow, that's when you start buying more dividend stocks. Karen, how about Doge po, long-term, short-term? I don't know, but I have a very, 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 very small allocation on it. And mainly because I think it's moving just because there's a lot of excitement, especially for Elon Musk. Sobrang liit. As in, if this is the full portfolio, if cryptocurrencies are this much, Bitcoin is this much, sobrang liit ng Doge dun sa cryptocurrency space na meron tayo. I don't know where it will be for the long term. I mean, I honestly don't know where it will be, but I just want to have allocation. So there. Jimna Torres, silent watcher since 2019. Thank you also. Thank you. I'm glad na nakatulong to. Hi po, Sir Marvin. Is RTB 2.5? Very, very good. Real. You ask a very, very good question. Tonight, lalabas yung sagot ko dyan. I made a specific video, 8 p.m. tonight in my channel talking about bonds and their current rate that they're currently giving. So, Wengay, good morning to you. Wala na yata. Okay, sige, yun na lang. Sorry guys, I have to help my wife out. I have to go. I was planning to do this for over an hour, pero yun, but I hope that madami pa rin kayo natutunan dito. Solid lang. Sobra ka. How about XRP, Sir Marv, gaining in 3 days in a row? Yun, I bought when at the height that it was very fearful, when people were scared about it, but it's not my largest allocation. Kaya, what are the best books to read about the stock market? There's a book by that chronicles yung mga kay Warren Buffett. I love Buffettology. I also love the books that are connected to Peter Lynch and Ray Dalio. And then there's another book naman called Stock Smarts. Guwapo daw yung author nun. You can also check that out as well. So there. Hello, may nagpapa-shoutout Myla from Daem Cam Norte. Hello to you. Glad na madami kang natututunan. Very, very small also. Very, very small ADA, my friend. Very, very small. So parang kahit umakyat siya ng malaki, feeling ko hindi siya masyadong ganun ka ano for me. Okay, yeah, correct. Gcash, what's your take on Gcash, G-Invest? That's basically an app that allows you to buy via mutual funds. So pinadali lang niya yung paggamit mo sa mutual funds. I have two grown sobrang guwapo, sobra naman. I have two grown-up children. What can you advise them on how they start investing? Start now. Reward them. For example, bigyan nyo sila 1,000, tapos sabihin mo kung kumita sila, kung ano man kinita nila, dodoblihin mo yung kinita nila. So make it fun, make it a game, don't make it a chore. Instead na maglaro sila ng Mobile Legends, turuan mo na lang sila mag-invest also. So yun. Thank you, Rachel. Glad na madami ka natututunan. Grabe ka, Joel Santos. Ramgar, if you've been following my videos, I have a portfolio for quick trading. I also have a portfolio for position trading. So I try to do as much as that also na nagko-connect na for those type of portfolios. Janner, what type of cryptocurrency investment? I mentioned a lot. Guys, ingat lang kayo sa cryptocurrency. Sobrang daming scam. So please take the time na pag-aralan. You have to go to those legitimate platforms that allow you to trade cryptocurrencies. So I really have to go na. I'll see if I can do another one tonight na lang. Pasensya na. I was planning to really do something na medyo longer. Bitcoin, largest one sa cryptocurrency space. Ay huli na, kakagising lang. Good morning. Hello to you, Brit. Yon, those who want to know more about how I trade US markets, links in the description below. Those who want to know more about Bitcoin also, everything is there. Then we also have Stock Smarts this end of Feb. Okay, it will be a Zoom course talking about technical analysis. So, essentially, I really have to go. Love life is important, especially Valentine's Day tomorrow. So, by the way, on my YouTube tomorrow, meron tayong Valentine's Day special. So, that's it for now. Marvin Gurmo, I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. Thank you, Acen. May nagpadala si King Spade, $4.99 US. Thank you so much. Glad na you appreciate this as well. Mas natutuwa ako ganito. 4.9. Thank you. Means a lot. God bless you all.